Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 3 of my Empire of Outremer campaign here in Crusader Kings II. We're going to try to form Sicily today. The first thing that I want to talk about though was, I talked about earlier about sometimes Robert Guiscard referred to as the fox, the weasel, the cunning. Well, to further complicate things, he was also... So the way that his nickname would be written, if it was written in French, it would be Viscardus with a V, and excuse me, that's the Latin. The Latin would be Viscardus. The French would be Viscart, which both come apparently from the root word Weisen in German. Although that's a little strange that, I'm not a medieval linguist, I don't know, but it's a little odd to me that the Latin word has a German root. But allegedly it's got a German root, being Weisen, which means wise. And then sometimes I've seen this thing written as a Weisaker, like a wiseacre, wise ass, I guess. So it gets complicated. Who knows who makes the world? Alright, and I'm going to talk about the Pope here in a minute, but the first thing I want to do is we're going to set up a declaration of a holy war, although I could do a ducal conquest, but I don't want to because that's going to cost me money. We're going to do a holy war here, and then I don't think my council's going to let me do any others. Yeah, they're real annoying about those sorts of things. That's fine, though. Although what we could do is... we could do border dispute. No, border dispute's even worse. So we're gonna knock this guy out, and then I kind of hope that these other ones enter into the war, and then we're gonna be able to hold on a sec. Set this up. This should be a nice, easy win. Then we're gonna be able to set it up so that I kind of hope these guys enter the war. Then we can defeat their armies, and then afterwards we can holy war them some more. But the idea here, ooh, my brother Count Roger. Just for that, you're gonna get Sicily. He sent me a gift, a small puppy, but of the finest pedigree and destined to grow into a great hunting dog. Absolutely. Plus, that's good for my health. I will name him Faithful. Now, the key here is I need to remember to form the Duchy of Sicily and then the Kingdom of Sicily before I give the Duchy away, or else it'll become independent, which is a no-no. And then once I've become king, I'll try to, invite some more people over, get those bloodlines that I'm wanting, as I've referred to before. So I guess we should maybe talk a little bit. Uh-oh, we got a peasant revolt. It's because I have too many personal holdings and things like that. That's just part of it, I think. So I wanted to talk about papal relations and why the Pope was excommunicating me, but he was kind of fine with it later. Got more people joining in the war now. Okay. Wow, that's kind of a big army, actually. That's fine. We'll take these next two holdings, and that'll probably get me to 100%. Is this guy ready to join my court yet? No. He needs a forthright method. Forthright method. I think he's down for it now. No, still not. Okay, come on. I'll get you, brother. I will get you there. Now, what you have to understand is what Italy was like before the arrival of the Normans. It was effectively... balance of power act between the remaining Lombards, as you can see are culturally still here, and the Greek Orthodox Byzantines. Now, the popes, as the Normans started to come into the region, called them anarchists, effectively, and was not a fan. But you gotta also remember that the Muslims were also encroaching in on this area. So between the Greek Orthodox, the Lombards, the Pope, the Muslims, and the Normans, you sometimes would get unusual alliances. Not to mention the local Italians, the non-Lombardian local Italians. So, for example, there was a battle in which the forces of the Normans faced an alliance that included both forces from the papacy and the Byzantines. This was after the Great Schism had already happened. So war makes strange bedfellows, and as important as religion was in the medieval world, politics is politics, might makes right, and realpolitik kind of dominates all. Especially when you talk about the history of medieval Iberia, you had Christians fighting Christians with Muslim help, and vice versa, and things like that. Anyway, we got a couple other, we got one more holding here that we got to take, and once we do that. I think we're going to get the 100%. Oh, maybe not, because they've occupied Syracuse. On the other hand, I have everything they own. My court physician is getting a rep. Neato. Consumption is not looking great right now. Okay, cool. We got to 100 right before their army showed up. So, ha! Losers, you failed. Okay. We now have way too many personal holdings, as you can see. Let's create some new vassals down here so that they will be Norman Catholics, because as you can see, we don't really have any Normans down here. Very, very difficult to get that first foothold in the region. Not as big a deal, us converting these areas to Normanism, because remember, we're going to eventually come over here, and the name of the game is going to be Outremer culture. That's the long-term goal. But in the meantime, let's borrow money from the Jews. Oh yeah, let me just also finish talking about what I was saying with the Pope. So, like, for example, there was also another battle where Robert Guiscard at one point captured the Pope, because the Pope was on the other side, but he was being very respectful with him, so the Pope was kind of a prisoner. But I think if you were to ask Robert, he'd say, no, he's not a prisoner, like, he's a cool guy, he fought us, but these things happen. And it was just really unusual down here. So there were points where, for example, Robert got excommunicated by Pope Gregory the Seventh at a time when the Pope was helping out the Lombard Prince Giself II. But if you were to ask Robert was probably say that he was doing the Christian thing, because one of the things, like kind of the crux of the excommunication, was there was a city called Amalfi, which Guself II, the Lombard prince, was attacking, and because Robert was defending it, that's basically why he got excommunicated. And so that he defended that, but then he later went on the offense, and he took Salerno, which we currently do not have. But hopefully after this we'll be able to just make them our vassal or something. Oh, this is him, actually, yeah, Duke Gessel. Gessel, yeah, he's got a Wikipedia link and everything. That's how you know he's a real person. But he was the last one who was a Lombard prince in the south. Later on, he, I think he ended up, after he lost his lands, he just went around trying to get people to help him out. And then eventually the Pope just sent him to France. And then, I'm trying to remember whatever happened to him. Yeah, I think he just died in France with no kids. Just didn't really go anywhere with his life. That's why he's the last prince. Anyway, that could be interesting, like a Lombard restoration campaign. Start as this guy, and you got to defeat the Normans and stuff. I think although like the de jure Lombardy kingdom does not exist anymore, but I don't know, maybe you could go north, form the Kingdom of Italia or something. I don't know. Do what you want with it. So, anyway, we've borrowed money from the Jews. Speaking of which, okay, one more digression, then I'll keep playing. I found out when I was researching bloodlines that there is a bloodline that's called like the Saintly Friend of Jews or something. But it's when you have a character who has the modifier sympathy for the Jewish religion, and he becomes a saint, you can get that bloodline. And what the bloodline does is, I think it does a few things, but the two that I remember is that, number one, when you borrow from Jews, there's no interest rate. So you take 300 gold, you just got to pay back 300 gold. How's that for a loan, huh? Good luck finding a bank that'll give you that sort of deal. But the downside, because I know there's a lot of people who like to do that, is you're not allowed to expel the Jews if you have that bloodline. So Jews are like, look, we're not going to charge you interest, but this also means that we live here now forever. I don't like to expel the Jews anyway. I don't like the technology point losses and things like that you take as a result from it. Okay, but anyway, we've borrowed money from the Jews. We're now going to create the Duchy of Sicily itself so that I could give that to... although, actually, maybe I should hold on to it. Make, like, Palermo my capital. Yeah, you know what? On second thought, that is what we're going to do. Yeah. Okay, so the greater point is that I can now actually create the Kingdom of Sicily. Boom. Good stuff. Real good stuff. Now, let's... I can only move my capital during peacetime. Right, yeah, I forgot those guys are up there. So let's just give that a second. I fulfilled my ambition to become the King of Sicily. Always nice. We could try to have the Pope crowned us. I don't know if we want to go that hard. Let's get a new ambition for right now. It could become a Paragon of Virtue. That would be pretty interesting. No. Create a treasury. That'll be much easier to do. And cheaper. Although we're about to spend a lot of money. Let's, okay. Wanted to create some more new vassals. Here. There we go. New vassal, new vassal, new vassal. Actually, I should have held on to the baronies. Whatever. But there, that fixes my domain thing. I do want to create another duchy later, probably Calabata. Here, the toe of the Italian boot. Okay, now, let's also try to offer some vassalizations. I don't think this is really going to happen. No, foreign culture, false religion, blah, blah, blah. They're complaining. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen. Yeah. That foreign culture, it's a kicker. And there's so many of them down here anyway. So, let's go defeat these peasants, which I don't think should be too much trouble, because they're just a bunch of weak, light infantry. And also, now that I am king, let's see if we could get Cid, or Mr. Rodrigo, to come to my court now. No reason to move, base reluctance, etc., etc. Okay. Well then. Okay, somebody wants to know if I have interest in roses. Yeah, let's go visit so we can maybe get the green fingers, green thumb thing. Alright, the archers heard us there. Battle of Taranto. Your ongoing struggle outside of Castellaneta has brought out the best of our military strategists. One of them is a Norman veteran with a penchant for innovation. He's suggesting that he retire from the battlefront and return to Apulia to continue his work, safe from flying arrows. So I can spend the gold and get military technology points. I don't really want to do that because I don't want to spend the gold. Oh, nice. I can become a gardener now. Escorted through the gardens of the monastery, I immediately spot the work of Brother Stefan. The roses are a delicate mixture of red and yellow, a hue of sunset at their center. They're beautiful, my escort nods, offering me a small spade. They're a little cramped over there, though. Would you mind helping me out? I would love to. There's something grounding to gardening, so I will become a gardener, which gives me stewardship learning and same trait, opinion boost, which is nice. It's a cool little trait. How much is it going to cost me? 163 to create another duchy here. Okay. Okay, Battle of Taranto. Definitely want to be a rough terrain expert. There's a lot of rough terrain down here in the south. So we're done with that. Fantastic. Okay, now let's move. Come on, damn it. Let's move the capital over here to Palermo. Palermo is the key to Sicily. The Greeks knew it. The Carthaginians. Well, it's actually Messina, but you know what I mean. The patent thing. The Greeks knew it. The Carthaginians knew it. And Robert Guiscard of Sicily knows it. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. Now, let's set up a coronation ceremony. Gosh, this is going to be expensive. Is the Pope going to help me out here? Anastasius, he's Polish. I think he'd be down. Oh shoot, you know what I should do? Let's go to free investiture as quickly as possible, because then he'll just ask me to switch it to papal as the cost, hopefully. Oh, come on. Who have not voted yet? Come on, help me out here. Give me your council support, dude. Alright, they have voted for the free investiture. My brother Robert, or excuse me, my nephew. The council rejected it. What? I can't try it again for 5 years. Well, that was just a waste of offering a favor, I guess. Can I offer vassalization? Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh, he's not at peace anyway. Who's he fighting? Raiding, defending, in a holy war. He's defending against this guy who's an Ibad. That's a little strange. Okay. Let's, yes, we're still uncrowned. What's the Pope gonna ask me for now? I don't even know, man. Robert's pissed at me because he wants to be on the castle. Or Abelard, excuse me. He's pissed at me because of that. But now he's better. Bohemond. Keep working on your martial education. We could take him out of hiding, but I don't really want to do that right now. Okay, title loss on succession. Duchy of Apulia. It's going to go to Roger. Well, that's one of my sons, so that's fine. Okay, what can I do to endear this guy to me? What is his problem? Why doesn't he like me? I provoked him, apparently. Teach him how to deal with his enemies. He thanked me for the time. Inviting to court. This is not happening. We're just going to stop swaying here because I am so much more interested in Rodrigo. So let's do that. Can we just buy a favor? 40 bucks? Oh, you know what? We're just going to do that. So we're going to buy the favor. Ooh, we get to visit Clooney. I love talking about Clooney. Let me pull up the Cathedral of Clooney plans. They're freaking amazing. Where's the floor plans? Here we go. Give me a second here. Alright, so my lord, we have received a invitation to visit the great monastery at Clooney. It would make for a most interesting journey. Clooney Abbey has grown to great prominence and power since it was given independence by the Duke of Burgundy in 910. Subject now only to the Pope and supported by extensive lands as well as generous donations, it is a great center of wealth and learning. The Abbey's church is the largest in Europe. Not even the great cathedrals in Rome or Constantinople can match it. Of course we're going to go. I think this will also let me steal an artifact. Or I'll probably bribe my way to the artifact. So, let me show you guys a couple pictures of Clooney. This is Clooney. Absolutely enormous. Just fantastic example of the early Renaissance, or not Renaissance, the Romanesque style, and just, jeez, hold on a sec. Dang it. I'm trying to find a bigger picture. My bad. Trying to find the freaking... Trying to find a bigger picture. I just need, I just need to filter it. Okay, filter by size, extra large. I want to find something with the floor plans. I think I might be a little bit out of luck. Oh no, here we go. Oh yeah, nice big picture, nice big picture. So here we have it, Clooney Abbey. So this was a Benedictine monastery dedicated to Saint Peter. Terrific example of the Romanesque architecture style, which is, it's defined mostly by the arches, and there's a lot of arguing about when does Romanesque like start, but because like it's Roman influence, right? It's in the name Romanesque, but really great, fantastic architecture. It was a huge abbey, and actually I want to see if I can try to find the picture, because there were 3 Clooneys. This is Clooney III, which was the really famous one, which actually, now that I think about it, didn't exist yet. But it was a really important monastery. I think I talked about this once in another series of mine. Huge in like the heading towards High Middle Ages period. In fact, the first 6 abbots of Clooney all became canonized. So there's like Saint Odo, Saint Hugh, Saint Berno, and whatnot. And in fact, one of their people eventually became Pope. A few of them, actually. There was Gregory VII, there was Pascal II, Urban V, Urban II. Urban V, of course, was the Avignon Pope, so that probably also had something to do with it, with him being French and whatnot. But the point is like, this is a super important abbey that we're going to, and yeah, just check out some of the details there. Really cool stuff. Let's exit this though. Close that up. Alright, now, Rodrigo. We're buying a favor from him. I graciously accept your gift and will remember your good intentions in the future. Oh, I've got intentions. We're going to invite you to court. No? Oh, guess who's calling in the favor? So this is the famous Clooney Abbey. The great church towers majestically over an extensive complex of buildings. The surrounding farmlands are rich and fertile, with peasants toiling to bring the many... Uh-oh. Hold on a second, we might have a little problem here. Okay, no, we're good. Okay, with peasants toiling to bring the fruits of the land into the coffers of the monastery. You can see many monks moving about, and also spot a nun or two. You can sense the atmosphere of learning, piety, and power. This is a place that enjoys the direct support of kings and powerful nobles, not to mention the Pope. So we can study a few different things here, including we can just pray, which will help my piety. Do I really need that, though? I think I do need to spend some piety when I create this. No, it doesn't. Well, we might try to go for the Paragon of Virtue. Let's say, yeah, I've come here to pray, which will also help the temple vassals like me more. Okay. Organize a coronation ceremony. Didn't I already say that? That I was gonna do that? Okay, but anyway, only the Pope is fit to crown me. Alright. Now, we're gonna do that, and we're waiting for Rodrigo to show up. Yes, thank you very much. He's here in our court, and his tasty blood. Let's set you up with a matrilineal marriage within my family. Sorted by dynasty. Now, who have we got around here? We've got a 9-year-old. No, here we go. Yeah, my niece, Edinburgh. She's dull. That's unfortunate. And arbitrary. And a lunatic! Oh, not good. Not good. But we could also set him up with... no. Okay, what have we got here? I should probably marry into the Byzantine Empire, by the way. I don't want to be fighting them. Even though they certainly did, and when Robert Guiscard was dying, that was his plan. He was working on plans to attack the Byzantines, expand some more, but having the Byzantines on our side would be very useful, even though they're not Catholic. You know, do I really want to risk marrying him to a lunatic? I don't think so. So let's go with my niece, Mathilde. Matrilineal betrothal. You know, Rodrigo's 29. He can wait, you know, until she's of breeding age. So we gotta wait 6 years. We're gonna keep an eye on this one. Okay, who else do I want to try to get on my side now that I'm actually a king? I forget, did I actually ever end up finding anybody who was the Ragnar Lodbrok line who wanted to actually join? So like if we sort these people by opinion, for example, we could, let's see, it doesn't look like we can invite some of these people to court. Not in a lesser union. No, no. Request claim. Oh, that's the King of Denmark. No, no, no. He's obviously he will not come to my court. Invite to court. No. Let's see here. We've got a 22-year-old who's a legitimized bastard. This Sven. No, can't buy a favor. It would cost 400 to get him. Damn, that's kind of crazy. We've got a petty king. No, no, no. We have a 6-year-old. This might be the way to go. Who's his father? The father will not join the court. I'll just buy a favor from him. Damn, that one costs 80. Okay, thank you. Now, come to my court. Wait. He can't be married. What? Well, I just wasted $80 then, didn't I? We've got several princes of Denmark out here. Shoot. Buy a favor would have cost 400. Meals are sprung. Buy a favor from this one. That would have been 80. Yep, this was the one I could have gotten. Because he's not married. Ah, damnation. His father. Who's his parents? This person has no claim. I will be glad to recognize your divine right to rule as soon as you prove your devotion to the Catholic faith by deposing the most abominable false papacy whose existence threatens the very survival of our church. Is this would be a war against the Holy Roman Empire? I don't think that's going to happen. Oh hey, Harald won. But no, I don't think this is a good idea. I do not wish to start a war over a crown. Damn it. Probably gonna have to go with the Pope or something. During your wife's recent visit to Tiflis, we had a great time discussing the similarities between our people. I suggest a non-aggression pact between us for the near future. We welcome any visitors from your realm with open arms. Okay, that's great. Let's try to get one of these people then. In the meantime, so whoop, hold on a sec. Who's gonna join my court? Who's gonna join my court? Wait, what? This is the only person. Oh, that's within my realm. Now, here we go. So we're looking for the Bagratoni. Alright, looks like we have some. Strong claim on Armenia and Lycandos. That's really cool. Very, very cool. Of course, Armenia doesn't exist, but it's good to have, right? This guy's already married. They both are, actually. It's fine. Let's get them in the court anyway. You know, sometimes it's good to just have them in the court making babies. You can get them later, you know. Okay, who else? Whose blood do we want? We got Bagrat, Brian and Mamu. Right, weren't we gonna look for some Arpads as well? Arpad. There's one here who will join us. He's also got a strong claim on Hungary, which is cool. We don't want to get too entangled in Europe, though. We definitely don't want that to happen. We're going to try to plot to kill this countess, the wife. Alright, now you, Arpad, you are very good to have. We're going to matrilineally set you up with my niece so we can get that Attila and Arpad blood. Alright, let's try this coronation thing again. We'll go with a bishop. I'm sure the bishop will not be cheap. Okay, wants to do donation, 100 gold. Alright, that puts me into debt. We're going to do a dignified ceremony, which might still lead to him bitching. The time of my coronation draws near, only a few more days before I am crowned king before God and all of my subjects. My court has already been filled with all the vassals of my realm who have come to bear witness to this fundamental moment of my reign. It will never be soon enough. Bishop Gerald, my rival, is picking a fight with me. He's come to the conclusion I'm an ungrateful hypocrite. Well, that's not good. This morning, a curious traveler came to my court. He is a wandering knight who traveled to Palermo after hearing news of my upcoming coronation. He's proclaimed that he wishes to pledge his sword to my service. He is ready and eager to serve a king as wise and renowned as I am to the death. Wow, 31 marshal. Too bad he's celibate. But yeah, bring it. Come on in, buddy. Here, I was checking the traits because I was thinking, is this guy genius? Is he strong? What? But he's celibate, so we've only got him for the one generation. I kneel before Cardinal Hamelin as a host of vassals surrounds us in complete silence. The cardinal blesses me and places the crown upon my head, proclaiming me king of Sicily by grace of God. I am finally and truly king. And so I have now been crowned by a prince bishop, which wait, where's that one? Here we go. Which is going to give me a quarter of a point of monthly prestige and piety, church opinion +5. Not as good as the Pope, but it ain't bad either. Okay, we can also now rank up in the society. Alright, I never did donate to charity, did I? Well, I don't have the money to do it anyway. I'll just borrow money from Jews again. Kidding. Although I could just expel them. Oh, but I don't want to become arbitrary. That's another reason why I don't like to expel the Jews. Okay, what's the plan now? What's the plan, Stan? Maybe a holy war. No, except we're in debt, so we can't holy war. So I've kind of stuck myself now. But it's fine. We've got still at least 17 years to kill before a crusade's going to happen. Are these people fighting anybody? They're attacking the Hashimed Emirate over here. Kind of do not want them to get stronger. Blood of Abdullah. Yeah, this guy is the head of the Shia Caliphate, one of the things that we must destroy. Where's the... And who's the head of the Sunni Caliphate right now? Religious head Caliph Muhammad II. I'm not sure who that is or where they are. Muhammad II. It's not the Seljuks. I don't know. You know what? It doesn't matter. They're all Muslims. That means they're all bad. We'll destroy them. So speaking of destroy, what we might do is do a little bit of holy warring down here. And after that, yeah, we don't have, like, come on, dude. Let me vassalize you. Nope. Just not happening. Could request claims from the Pope, but he ain't doing it. We're just going to have to save up money to form all the duchy titles and, you know, hopefully give them to some vassals or something, and then we can deal with that. Of course, you know, Sicily is part of the de jure Byzantine Empire. I don't think we're going to be able to pull anything like that off, but my son is about to come of age. Let's try to set up a betrothal with him, and, wait, where's Bohemond? Why can I not, set up a betrothal of any kind? Is it because he's in hiding? Let's take him out of hiding. And, I'm afraid I don't understand what's going on. That's right, he's got that consumption. I'm trying to set up, there we go, with, yeah, one of these with Ducas. No, contagious disease. It's hard to date during a pandemic, I guess. All right, but that's it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games. In the next episode, we're going to consolidate our hold over Sicily, and now we're going to start getting our sons betrothed. All right, my sons and my nephews, because I've been focusing on my daughters and my nieces to get bloodlines, but we need to start setting up alliances for down the line when we're going to be at war with basically the entire Muslim world. So thanks for joining me, Conquering History Games, and I'll see you then. Bye.